Wildcard open up on border defending Armory and Archives against DarkZero. And the whole idea behind this setup is pretty simple. Make CC look like the way in. Then punish DarkZero the moment they commit too deep. Everything begins with Solus inside Armory. The left side of the outside Armory wall gets reinforced, while the right side gets opened with sight holes. Doing this gives Solus a clean angle toward balcony, which makes any pressure around the CC window a lot more dangerous for DarkZero. The Armory door is left open. The CC door is also left open. They also make a rotate into small Armory and leave the hatch open, giving Solus multiple ways to move around the bomb site. But the most important part is underneath her. Solus opens up the floor inside Armory, setting herself up with a vertical angle onto the ventilation hallway entrance. Demos walks directly underneath this angle. He is not swinging sight. He is not even taking a fight yet. He is just moving below, and Solus catches him completely unaware. Moving over to Archives, Wildcard do not really have anyone sitting inside the room. The two office walls get reinforced. The Archives window and door get castled, and Mute places two jammers around the area. Castle also places a bulletproof camera inside Archives, tucked into the shelf. And when Flores sends a drone in to get rid of it, Mute starts playing this mini-game. He uses the EMP shot from the bulletproof camera to zap the drone before it explodes.
With the shield operator, but the first problem they're going to run into is the triple walls actually Bandit Trick Spiker hit the Bandit during the prep phase. It looks like it caught DarkZero off guard. They have nothing for this.
And even the Flores drone, it keeps getting zapped by this bulletproof. That's the third time in a row now they've zapped it away so they can't blow up this wall.
Mr. Multi-kill, they do it again!
I mean, until you force this guy off the camera, that is going to stay closed. There's no way to open it.
They are not allowed to play with their toys. They are very firmly in timeout.
Now Bandit sets up over an office. He reinforces the office window wall, the office hatch, and all three walls toward the east side. He places his batteries on the key walls, including one over at 90, which supports the CC hold. From office, he also has a line toward cafeteria. Castle starts the round around Red Hallway. He puts his remaining castle barricades toward east stairs, which forces DarkZero to either clear them or waste time finding another way through. He also opens sight holes toward south balcony and cafeteria. But once Hibana clears those barricades, Castle does not stay too long. He falls back toward Fountain. Aruni is inside CC with the 90 wall reinforced. Right next to it, Wildcard make a rotate, and the wall toward cafeteria gets opened with sight holes. This lets Aruni play CC without getting opened from the east side, while still being able to fight the cafeteria door. Mute is posted across from her in Fountain. Solus is connected from Armory. Castle can rotate back through the hallway, so if DarkZero push CC, Aruni is not really alone. She is just the first player they have to deal with. There is also barbed wire outside the CC window, so if DarkZero starts stepping onto balcony, Solus gets the sound cue from Armory. And if you are asking, what about main stairs? There is barbed wire. With everything set up, DarkZero start their attack mainly focused on CC. After droning, they start with the CC push. Blitz is the one leading the charge. His job is to walk straight into CC, force Aruni back, and create enough chaos for the rest of DarkZero to follow behind him. Aruni sees it coming and calls the push. Now Wildcards start moving. Castle starts rotating through the hallway. Solus leaves Armory, and Aruni just has to hold long enough for the collapse to come in.
Yeah, and I mean, and look, speaking of shifting, it looks like they're actually running at the CC player, which is going to be the Storm here in CC with the Aruni DMR. He is so good inside CCTV, right up there with Noah.
How is that not a headshot? I'm not even playing and I'm mad about that one. Nice picks from Kansan and Hot and Cold. Only one kill so far. DarkZero struggling with this one. That's all they'll be able to muster.
Okay, so a lot just happened. Blitz walks in first. Hibana follows right behind him, looking to support the shield pressure. But Aruni is ready for the second player. Blitz keeps going and eventually takes out Aruni, but Solus is already there. She swings through and trades Blitz instantly. At the same time, Castle rotates through the hallway toward cafeteria and catches Flores at the CC window. And now Brava is left alone on east stairs in a 1v4. Now we are moving into round 6, and Wildcard go back to Armory Archives. But this time, the operator lineup changes. Mute stays on the board, but instead of the exact same 5 operators from the first defense, Wildcard bring a slightly different look. But Wildcard add one very interesting layer on the east side of the map, and that is where smoke comes in. First, let's start with the part that stays the same. This time, Ella is the one playing around CC and 90 instead of Aruni. She has Mute close by again, and the rotations between CC and Fountain are still opened up. DarkZero have to deal with the CC player, and if they overcommit, Wildcard have players close enough to trade. But the big difference in this round is not CC, it is waiting room below. Smoke opens a rotation from office toward east and also makes sight holes through the wall. Then he drops down into waiting room and starts setting up a first floor position. From waiting, he opens sight holes toward passport, and then opens vertical sight holes above him toward the east door. This gives Smoke a really annoying way to play underneath DarkZero's east side pressure. The windows in waiting get barricaded, and the wall toward tellers gets reinforced. And right above him, Tubarão is playing red hallway. Both walls toward balcony get reinforced, giving him a strong position to deny pressure from outside. He can play red, but he can also slide back toward cafeteria if DarkZero start taking too much space. Archives is once again left pretty light. But that is not really a problem right away, because Valkyrie and Mute are close enough to rotate back if the pressure comes from balcony. So with everything set up, DarkZero start their attack, and the first target is CC. They want to remove Ella from the round, so they bring Kali to challenge that position from range. This makes sense. If Kali wins that fight, CC opens up fast. And once CC falls, Wildcard's whole hold has to move back much earlier than they want. But that is not what happens.
This is vintage Nick right here. This is Mailbox 101. Let's get this guy Kali and just look out a window for 2 minutes.
Ace Clan, the defending world champions who have yet to drop a single map here at this event. We've already seen one death. It was Hot and Cold who died. So what can they muster? Pardon me?
I mean, that was a battle happening for about 20 seconds. Bay just had his pistol out. Let's fight a guy on a sniper rifle and win it.
Kali takes the fight, and Ella hits the headshot. That is a massive pick for Wildcard, but while this is happening, DarkZero are also starting to pressure the east side of the map. And this is where Smoke's setup becomes important. Smoke is downstairs in waiting, watching passport and looking to play underneath the east pressure. But the problem is, DarkZero are already moving faster than he can fully deal with. He is focused on passport, and because of that, he does not catch the player already getting into tellers. Now we go one floor above. DarkZero also start putting pressure onto balcony, trying to open the red side and force Wildcard back. With his gadget, the reinforced wall stays closed for longer, and DarkZero cannot instantly get the opening they want. But with Smoke dead and the round now sitting at 4 versus 4, he falls back toward cafeteria. About a minute later, the whole round has slowed down. Wildcard have pulled into a more defensive shape. DarkZero have space on the east side, but they still have to actually turn that space into a sight take, and this is where Ella steps back into the round.
Been unsuccessful so far. Bay gets another. Oh my goodness, and now it's Kino on the ground. Baby Shark needs to make up for lost time, and he gets Stewers as well. J90 will need to clutch out in a 1v4. This is a daunting task walking in. They know exactly where he is. He's going to drag Spiker down with him. How many more can he claim? We've kind of been waiting.
J90 on Dokkaebi still tries to win the round. He manages to bring it all the way down to a 1 versus 2, but J90 simply runs out of time.
Find 2 kills in 5 seconds, a valiant effort from Jack, but it won't be enough. Wildcard will win on time alone. 3-3 the first half, neither of these teams closer to victory.
And that is exactly why these defense from Wildcard worked so well. They did not just win the final gunfights. They forced DarkZero into the one part of the map they were fully prepared to collapse on. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.